I used to think all those stories on Reddit about people hearing things in the woods were exaggerated, but after what happened during my summer job in northern Montana, I don't go hiking anymore. I don't even like driving near tree lines at night. And the worst part is, I still don't know if what I saw was human. This happened 3 years ago while I was working seasonal maintenance for a National Forest Service crew. My main job was checking abandoned trails and old lookout towers. Most days were boring. Fallen trees, rusted signs, broken railings. But there was one tower everyone avoided. Locals called it Black Pine Tower. The official reason nobody used it anymore was structural damage. But every worker had a different explanation. One guy claimed he heard screaming from the woods below it. Another said he saw someone standing at the top platform, even though the stairs had collapsed years ago. I thought it was all campfire nonsense. Then I got assigned to inspect it. The drive out there took almost 4 hours. The deeper I went into the forest, the worse the weather became. Fog settled between the trees, so thick it looked like smoke. When I finally reached the tower trail, I noticed something strange. Immediately. No animal sounds, no birds, no insects, just wind. The tower stood above the trees like a dead skeleton. Half the staircase hung broken off the side, and the windows at the top cabin were shattered. I started taking photos for the report when I noticed fresh footprints in the mud. Bare footprints. Way too large to belong to a normal person. At first I thought maybe a hiker had been messing around barefoot, but the prints circled the tower over and over again like something had been pacing. I remember this weird feeling hitting me, like I was being watched. Then I heard movement above me, not climbing, running, fast. I looked up expecting to see a raccoon or maybe loose metal shaking in the wind, but instead I saw a dark shape move behind the top cabin windows. I froze. There shouldn't have been anyone up there. The stairs were destroyed. I yelled out, asking if somebody needed help. Nothing answered. Then one of the windows slammed shut. That was enough for me. I started backing toward my truck when I heard something hit the ground behind the tower. Heavy, like a body dropping from a huge height. I turned around and saw nothing, but I could hear footsteps moving through the trees. Slow at first, then faster. I got into my truck and locked the doors. The second I turned the engine over, something slammed into the side of the vehicle hard enough to shake it. I looked toward the passenger window and saw a face pressed against the glass. I still can't describe it properly. It looked almost human, but stretched. The eyes were too far apart. The mouth looked unnaturally wide, and the skin looked pale gray, almost wet. The thing smiled at me, then it ran into the trees, not away from the truck, around it, circling. I hit the gas and flew down the trail road. The entire way back I kept seeing movement in the rearview mirror, sometimes between trees, sometimes directly on the road behind me. At one point I swear it was keeping pace with the truck. The road finally opened near the ranger station around sunset. When I got out, one of the older workers looked at the giant dent in my passenger door and immediately asked me one question. "Did you look into its eyes?" I asked him what he meant. He told me years earlier another worker disappeared near Black Pine Tower. Search teams found his boots at the base of the structure, but nothing else. After that, people started reporting sightings, always the same description: tall, gray, almost human, and smiling. I quit 2 days later. A month after that, I drove past the station late at night. The place was abandoned, boarded up, no lights, no employees. But standing inside behind the glass, I saw someone wearing my old work uniform, smiling.